guys? It's your girl T, and thank you for tuning in to another episode of Not Your Regular Foodie. And today you guys are in for a treat. I went to one of my favorite places, and it's called Filipino Express. Now, what's really cool about this location is that they don't only just sell food, it's also a Oriental grocery store. So you can go in there and you can grocery shop, and you can get you items that you generally won't see in your regular grocery store that you'll see just there, which is really, really cool. And I like, because a lot of the times if I want to try a recipe that I say is not an American recipe, or maybe it is, it may call for an ingredient that you can only find at a international food store or an Oriental food store. So I think that that's really cool. So when you walk in, you have your grocery store side, which is to the left, and then to the right, you have your area where you can go ahead and you can order something to eat. So what I have here is I've kind of kept it a little simple today, and also because of COVID, they don't have a lot of the menu items that they generally have available, which was a little disappointing, but still, I was able to get 2 items that I really wanted to try. And one of them I've already had, and the other one, which would be new for me. So the item I've actually already tried before is the Shanghai Lumpia. So it's like a egg roll, but Filipino style. And inside it generally comes with pork, but I don't eat pork. So this one just has some chicken, beef, and shrimp in here that she specifically made up for me, which I thought was really sweet of her. So I have some of that here, as you guys can see. And with that, they give you a side of, it's just like some Thai sauce on the side, like a sweet Thai chili sauce. So it's really good. It's not hot. It's not spicy in my opinion. It's just a nice, and it's not a thick sauce either. It's more on the liquidy side that you can dip it in there, and it tastes really good. It kind of reminds you of duck sauce, but not too much. And then I have some white rice. And another little fun fact about me is I don't even like rice. I don't like any kind of rice, to be honest. And if I do eat rice, it needs to be flavored. But for some odd reason, I like the plain white rice that you can get from a Chinese restaurant or a Filipino restaurant and a Vietnamese restaurant. Like that white rice, for some odd reason, I can't eat it. And I feel like it soaks up any gravy that the meat may be cooked in very well. So I'm a big fan of that. So this is just some white rice here. And they give you a great amount too. They're not cheap or skimpy on the food, and I'm a big fan of that because I'm greedy. So I don't like to go places where, you know, you gave me maybe 4 tablespoons of rice. That's just crazy and out of control. Can't have that. So as you can see here, they definitely hook you up on the rice. And here, this is more kind of Filipino beef stew, but I don't even really want to say that because it's no potatoes or carrots or anything like that. It's just beef that was really stewed to tender, and it has onions in it. And the name is hard to pronounce. It's Dinuguan, if I'm correct. Yes, Dinuguan. And
Dinuguan.
Also, if it's wrong, at the end of the video, I'll have the correct saying. So that way, if you want to go to a Filipino restaurant and order something like this, you can have the, you know, you can say it the right way. And then also ask them, because that's what I generally do, just so no one is offended and I can really show respect to the culture and they can understand that I'm really interested in, you know, trying their food. I'm not making fun or anything like that, because that wouldn't be nice. And what I like about this, and this is different for me too, it means blood-based. So generally that, like if you ever had blood sausage, you know, like blood kind of, it has a, I know it just sounds weird to even be talking about it, but they have, you know, blood sausage or other, you know, meals that are made with like the blood from the animal mixed in or whatever have you. And it sounds weird, but in most cases it's not nasty, you know. But if it's not right, you know, it has cooked right, I should say, excuse me for that. If it's not cooked right, it does have like a metallic taste, and I don't like that. Kind of like liver. Like, you know, if liver's not cooked correctly, I don't even like liver, but when I've had it the few times, if it's not cooked correctly, it kind of has like a metallic taste, and that's weird, and I'm just not a big fan. But she actually let me sample a little bit of this, and it doesn't have the metallic taste. And I went to this location before, but I didn't get it the last time when she let me sample it. I ended up getting something else, but this time I wanted to make sure that I tried it. So even though that is, you know, it was cooked kind of like they say, you know, it means like blood, but it's really not the base in this. But it is, as you can see, it is dark, but it is very tender. And I'm a big fan, and it's just cooked with onions, and it's, you know, not anything too crazy. And then what I have here, this is a little different. It's prepared shredded squid. So I'll come a little closer so you guys can see that. So if you like squid, you know, it's something to try. I've never tried it before. It's a little spicy. So, you know, we'll see if it is spicy. That's what it says, but it may or it may not be. So this is something else to try, you know, be in for a treat. And I think it says it has, like, you know, sugar, salt, rice vinegar, red chili pepper. So that already sounds interesting. I thought it would be more of a salty taste, like when you see prepared stuff like already prepared squid or fish or shrimp, and it's usually dried out. Generally food like that has a salty taste to it, but this one, I'm assuming, I guess it'll maybe be in between sweet and savory. So we shall see. But I'm going to save that for last, or as they say, the best for last. Or in this situation, the most interesting for last. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and dive in. So first, I think I'm going to go ahead and try this, just because it's something I've been wanting to give a try, and I didn't try it last time. And I'm going to try it with the rice. So let's just go ahead and dive in, guys. It's really, really tender. The gravy base is it's really how do I say it? It doesn't have the metallic blood taste that I mentioned previously. It actually just tastes beefy, like if you were going to be eating beef stew and you have your onion taste in there, and the seasonings that they use, it is well seasoned. You don't, I mean, in my opinion, I wouldn't add anything because I like the taste. And also I think that if you just start adding stuff, you're kind of taking away from the authenticity of the dish that you're trying. So you don't want to do that, you know, so that way you actually get the real taste of what you're eating, you know. The gravy from the stew here goes really, really great. Really, really great with this rice. This is really good, guys. So how are you guys feeling about this whole election? I know it's got everybody going crazy, nervous, you know, on edge, not knowing what the you know, result is going to be. I know you know, I've been a little on edge, not too crazy about it, you know, but just a little on edge here. So hopefully sooner than later they'll just go ahead and call, you know, the election, so that way everybody can like woosah and, you know, take a deep breath. This is really good. And hopefully everyone who has the opportunity to vote did take their chance to vote, to use their voice, because you know you cannot expect any change or get any change if you don't get out there and vote in order to make change. So I hope everyone who had the opportunity to vote did use their voice to vote. Yeah, this is great, guys. And as I said, I'm not a fan too much of rice, but the way that the rice is made. I like, you know, how it sticks together. And I also think maybe because it sticks together like that, I think that's why it's really great at soaking up whatever gravy base or whatever juice or any, you know, the liquids from whatever meat that you're eating or whatever dish. The rice soaks it up very well, very well. And the meat is just so tender. I mean, with the spoon you can break it apart, but I'll just show you guys here. You know, look at that. I mean, come on. That's it. I told you guys you were in for a treat. That is delicious. Yeah. And also, I thought it was it has a little bit of a has a little tang to it. Not too much of a too much of a vinegary or anything like that where you'd be like, oh, whoa, no. But it has like a has a little you know, a little tang in the afterbite. But it's good. It's not, you know, anything that would be off-putting. But it's still really good. And I think it goes great, you know, with the beef, you know, kind of cuts it. And then you have the onion and things like that. So, I mean, it's really tasty. It's really tasty. And if you like tender meat, which most people should, it's great. Let's take a drink here. And now I'm gonna go ahead and switch over to the Shanghai Lumpia just to give that a try. And then this I've had before, so I already enjoy it, but I think, you know, like I said, it's basically like an egg roll, but a Filipino style. And I mean, it's really great. And then you got your ingredients in here. And then I just generally either I'll keep it whole and dip it in the sauce, or I'll break it in half and dip it in the sauce. And in this instance, I broke it in half so you guys could see the filling. And then I'll go ahead and dip it in the sauce now. What kind of movies do you guys like? Me personally, I'm a huge fan of action movies, horror, thriller, suspense. I'm really not a big fan of romance. I kind of feel like they're drawn out, and you know, it just takes almost a whole movie for the people to really say how they feel about each other, and I'm just not a big fan. But I love a good action movie. I really love a great action movie or a good scary movie. Well, actually, one of my favorite action movies, well, it's not, movies, would be the Jason Bourne movies. I like every last one, and I'm sure I've seen every last one more than 10 times. I'm a huge fan of the Jason Bourne movies. Braveheart is one of my favorite movies ever. Braveheart, hands down. Hands down, hands down. If anybody say, hey, T, what's your favorite movie? I'm going to say Braveheart. Definitely, first and foremost. But action I really like, and as I stated, horror. So I think Conjuring is one of my favorite horror films, is The Conjuring. After that would probably be... I think The Shining. It's old, but I like The Shining. I like that. So I would say The Shining. That's tough, because I like a lot of scary movies, you know? I like a lot of scary movies. Insidious was great. That was pretty good. The Crazies, that was really good. I've seen that a few times. And The Crazies is really good. It's weird, but it's a good movie. That wasn't too bad. Let me see. I like 13 Ghosts. That was really good. and the Orphan. That was weird, but it was good. And the Annabelle movies. So I don't know. I really like a lot of movies. I'm a movie buff. I watch more movies than TV. Yeah, I don't really watch much TV, and when I do, it's just like I don't watch too many other channels. Like I like football, so if football is on, I watch football during football season. That's as far as sports go. I used to watch basketball a lot, but I don't really watch basketball anymore, so I'm more so of a football fan. Go Cowboys. I know we are looking like trash, but still, go Cowboys to the death of me. I'm gonna always be a cowgirl. So I'll do the whole football thing. But as far as TV, I don't watch too much TV. I'll do the ID channel. I love Investigation Discovery. That's like one of my favorite channels. Favorite. I love Investigation Discovery channel because there's so many different shows that you can watch on there. I like the new Unsolved Mysteries series that they're doing on Netflix. I used to watch that when I was a little girl with my dad. I think that show was creepy when I was younger. Like, I would be scared to even go to the damn bathroom. Like, waiting for him to wake up from his nap after he fell asleep on me watching Unsolved Mysteries. You know, I got to pee and this man fell asleep on me. But to this day, I still like Unsolved Mysteries. My sister, she didn't like it because she said the guy who hosted it, I believe his name is Robert Stack, his voice was just too creepy. She hated it. But to let anyone know, if the reason why you didn't watch Unsolved Mysteries back in the day was because of Robert Stack, have no worries. He's not voicing it these days. It's different. So it's really nice. But I like the Unsolved Mysteries that they have on Netflix. I'm gonna check that out. Yeah. And when I say this channel, I know a lot of people are gonna be like, oh my gosh. And I know the men are gonna be like, oh, you know, but honestly, I do like some of the movies that I see on Lifetime. I'm, you know, a big fan of some of the movies they come out with the Lifetime Movie Network. Shout out to them for the movie that they put out the other night. It was weird and crazy, but it was good, and it was the first time I've ever seen it. But it was like this sister, she had a twin, and her twin sister, she had a husband and 2 kids, and the other twin didn't have a husband and kids. She, you know, kind of lived a single life, she had a really good job, etc. But the sister wanted to trade spots with her to see what it would be like not having a husband and kids and everything. And unfortunately, when they traded places, she ended up getting killed because someone thought it was the other twin sister, and then the twin who didn't have a family pretended to be the sister who was the one with the husband and kids. It was just so crazy, but it was good, and I believe it was based off a true story. I think that's what made it even crazier. You know, to me, that's some, you know, outlandish shit right there, but whatever. You know, but it was a pretty good movie, and it was crazy and twisted, but I liked it, and I watched it nonetheless. And I think it was called My Sister's Secret or something like that, but that was pretty good. Yeah. I don't do the reality shows. I'm not a fan of those at all, to be honest. I'm not. But let me get on back to the food, you know, eat some more here, this Shanghai Lumpia. Now, what I like about this compared to a regular egg roll, because I don't really get egg rolls when I order Chinese food anyway, is the wrap is really thin. So when it fries crispy but also flaky. So that way I feel like the meat doesn't get dried out, and I don't know, it just ends up being really flavorful, not soggy and not oily, which I don't like either. And that's one of the things that I dislike about a regular egg roll. It's just like it's fried and it's oily, and I'm just not a big fan of that. But this is really great. I wish you guys had smell-o-vision so you could smell it. It's really great. It's really great. You can taste the chicken in here. You can taste the shrimp in here. And there's also like a little, not cabbage, like some onions in here as well. and a little bit, it looks like they maybe have carrot, but I'm not too sure. It's kind of hard to tell. It's kind of hard to tell here. And if it is in there, you really can't taste it. Yeah. It's just really tiny and really small. Kind of like flakes in a way of carrot. But I think it's really great because when you have the lumpia, it's savory. And then you have the sauce to dip it in. And the sauce is sweet, you know? And it doesn't really have spice in it. So it's like you have this nice savory, you know, egg roll type of appetizer, and then you get to dip it in something sweet. And they both offset each other, so it's not too sweet, it's not too salty, as in savory. It's just it's a great balance in my opinion. So it's really good. I probably should have asked them for an extra cup. For the sake of the video, I'm not going crazy and dipping it in the sauce, but if I was not on camera, that'd be a whole nother story. Really, really good, guys. And I'm just drinking some Mountain Dew here. Nothing too spectacular, but I am a fan of Mountain Dew. Preferably mellow yellow. If I had to choose, I would choose mellow yellow over Mountain Dew, but Mountain Dew, it'll do. I don't know, I thought that was funny. Mountain Dew, it'll do. Maybe you got it, maybe you didn't, I don't know. It was funny to me. And I'm gonna just go ahead and dig back in. And again, guys, this is like a Filipino version of beef stew. It's really tender, doesn't have too many ingredients. It's pretty simple, but it tastes really great. It's just beef and onions, nothing more. You know, it's no peppers or anything like that. And again, I believe this is called Dinuguan. I may not be saying it right, but like I said at the end of the video, I will definitely make sure that you get the correct pronunciation as I say it, just in case you want to check out your local Filipino restaurant and try out any of the dishes that you saw here today. This is really great. And it's hearty too. So you'd be, you know, as I said, I'm greedy. So I like an entree, an appetizer, maybe 2 appetizers and an entree. You know, now when I go to the I don't go anymore, but I would go to the Applebee's. And you know, they have the 2 for $20. I don't know if they still have it, but at some point they had the 2 for $20. Now, when I would go to Applebee's 2 for $20, I'd be like, oh, I want to do the 2 for $20. And they would be astonished because I'm like, oh no, the 2 for $20 is for me. It's not me and another person's going to order the other entree. No, I'm going to get those 2 entrees that's in the 2 for $20, those 2 appetizers that's in the 2 for $20, along with, I believe it came with, a dessert or something like that. Because for me, I would eat the 1, you know, entree, appetizer, and I think dessert or whatever came with. I don't know if it was a salad, dessert, soup, I'm not sure. But I would eat that right then and there at Applebee's, and then the other one be for home later when I, you know, got the munchies and need a little snack, you know what I'm saying? So that's how I would do the Applebee's 2 for $20, and they were like, oh, I'm like, yeah, you know, this is not for the other person. 2 for $20 is for me. You know, they're gonna order what they're gonna order, but I'm ordering 2 for $20. So all that to say that if you are to go to the Filipino restaurant and get this dish, it is hearty, it is filling, and it comes with plenty rice, so you probably would be okay. But for me, I like to always get something else on the side, you know, just in case I'm hungry later and I want to, you know, have something to snack on. And most of the time when I say snack, I'm literally mean like a meal, not like a snack. Like I want a meal. You know, like if I want a snack, I'm like, oh, I need a cake or a piece of cake or something sweet. When I say snack, sometimes I'm talking about like a full course meal. And I enjoy food. Like I love food. I love food. You know, you have people that love, you know, knitting or wine or to play basketball or to work out or whatever have you. But I love my food. I love food. Right. If anyone ever was to say, T, from now on, you can only have 3 different meals for the rest of your life, I would have tears in my eyes. I'd be damn devastated. Devastated, depressed, falling out, crying all the time, sad all the damn time. Damn. Just thinking about it, that would be some crazy shit. But anyway, growing up, my mom always cooked a great meal. My parents were always barbecuing, you know, so food for me is, you know, great. And I grew up, you know, and I'm from New York, so that's a melting pot. So you can only imagine all the different cultures of food that you're able to experience. So I think that's another reason why I'm not a big fan of American food, because it's like once I, you know, experienced all these different cultures from going to school with people from all different cultures, and my greedy ass, you know, being offered to go, you know, hey, you want to come over today? Well, you sure right, I want to come over for dinner. You damn right, I'm over there. You tell me what time we going after school, what I'm meeting you there, what we doing. But you know, things like that, I think that's why I enjoy different cultures of food. And especially in high school, you know, that was a thing. I, you know, went to school with a lot of different, you know, cultures. So I got to try different cultures of food, going to different friends' house, and I really enjoyed it. You know, I'm like, man, this is eye-opening. And I believe that also sharing in with the family when they're cooking a meal traditionally, and I'm not talking about stuff that you dumped out the can. I'm talking about traditional cooking where you have a grandmother in the kitchen or aunt, you know what I mean, along with the mom, like things like that. It just seems like they're not only cooking, but they're talking and sharing memories. And for me to not be a part of someone's family, but to be able to experience that and hear some of those stories and the memories they have over dinner with the food or whatever, those things I enjoy. So I like, you know, to experience that. So for me, I think that's another reason why I enjoy non-American food for that matter. So, you know, it's really great. That's why I say, you know, when you have the opportunity to try something new, you should. You may or you may not like it, but you don't know unless you try. I mean, that goes with anything, and especially with food. And what I've learned is a lot of the food that looks the nastiest generally tastes the best. Go figure, right? Looks can be deceiving. That's the true saying. When it comes to food, looks can be deceiving. Guys, now I'm gonna dig in some more here. I've been talking you guys' ears off this video. In the last video, I did more talking and eating, but I kind of wanted you guys to know more about me and, you know, just talk a little more. And if you have questions or if anything you want to know, definitely feel free to comment it below in this video, and I will try my best to remember to address it in the next video that I shoot. And hopefully, you know, what I want to try to do, as I was saying, that my parents barbecued a lot when we were growing up. I think that's something I took from them because I love to barbecue. And my older sister, Tony, she actually, one of the days I got home at sitting right in front of my door when I got home was a smoker grill. So it's a grill, but it's also a smoker. So I was thinking, you know, one of these days I'll try to incorporate me shooting a video and also of me grilling, so that way you guys can kind of see how I grill and maybe share some of my recipes, and you can share too, because I like to try new things. Grilling is like another hobby I think that I've picked up, and I really enjoy it, to be honest. Yeah. So I will try, excuse me. I was rude with me. Pardon me. I will try to incorporate that in one of the videos here. Is I'll try to, you know, incorporate me grilling, or maybe show you my prepping steps to grilling and show you what I'm cooking and doing and things like that. And I'll figure out a way, you know, maybe to incorporate that. And maybe it's a video you enjoy, maybe you won't, but there are plenty of people that love to grill and barbecue, so I'm sure that plenty of you will enjoy the video, because you'll always be in for a treat when you chilling with tea. Understand that. Always in for a treat. Yes. Just going to dig in here a little bit more. And then I'm going to try, last but not least, the already prepared shredded squid. All right. So let's go ahead and last but not least, let's go ahead and try this finale here. And my hair is getting on my nerves, y'all. I know y'all see me keep flicking it to back, but it's bothering me. And it needs to just stay on back there. So let me go ahead and then now let me smell it. Smells fishy. Y'all can see. You can see that it looks, you know, stringy. Kind of in a way looks like shredded cabbage, but dry. If that's making sense, like, I don't know, like maybe somebody boiled the you know, not boiled it, but cooked the cabbage, then shredded it and dried it out. I don't know, you know, but it looks, it kind of, you know, look, or maybe better than shredded cabbage. Better, you know how you have your string cheese. So like it looks like more so, yeah, there you go. That's a better example. It looks like your string cheese, but maybe like a kid got to it and started pulling it apart already and let it get hard. Because you know, if you let cheese sit out, the little ends of the cheese, corners of the cheese get hard like that. That's kind of what some of this feels like. Not all of it, which is weird. Some of it is on the softer side, but then you have like this corner here, and it just feels hard, like if you were to leave cheese out. If you left cheese out and the cheese got hard in the corner. That's what it feels like. I'm tickled. I don't know. Excuse me, y'all. But that's what it feels like. I might have took out too much for the first try, but I don't know. Let's see. I broke that down about 4 pieces. Let's see. To about 4 pieces. All right. I don't like this. I don't like that. I'm gonna say that's a no. And I know you're like, well, if you didn't like it, why you spit it out? No, because I believe that if you are trying something for the first time, even if you don't like it, eat it to completion. You just never know what can happen at the last minute. I didn't like that too much. It tastes weird. It didn't taste like squid, because I like squid. This is nothing but calamari. So I enjoy that, you know, but this tasted sweet. Nothing salty about it, but I did say it was sugar in there, so I guess that would be the sweet part. And then hard, because the ends was crispy. But maybe like a little duck sauce too. I don't know. I'm gonna eat one more piece to see if I can better describe this. I probably won't be able to, but I'm for the sake of you guys. For the sake of you guys tuning in with tea, you know what I mean? And not another, you know, for the sake of you guys, for tuning in, I'm going to try it. I'm sitting here, you know, telling y'all, always try something new, always try something different. So, you know, I'm going to be hypocritical. Damn, I don't want to try it, but I'm going to do it. Maybe if this piece, because this is a hard piece, so maybe to give me more like a beef jerky type of situation. I'm not too sure. That would work. Ugh. No, it's just not my cup of tea. Okay, and I've tried it, and that's okay. As long as you try something, and I tried it twice, you know. But as long as you try something, if you don't like it, and I mean it's crazy because it gives you, like, if you had teriyaki beef jerky, that little bit of flavor, but then fishy and weird, you know. So think of, like, if you had teriyaki beef jerky and you got the soft piece and then you might have a hard piece, that little flavoring you get in teriyaki beef jerky, but then think now you get a punch of fishy and then a bit of weird. That's the best way I can describe it for you guys. You know? Yeah, I don't know. I would not buy these again. But, you know, it was actually, these were only $1.39. $1.39 for all of this. So for whoever is snacking on it, my gosh, that's a great amount of snack for $1.39. But I won't be snacking on these again, ever. I'll tell you that, ever. So, as I was stating, and in my last video, I gave you guys a rundown, you know, on all the food and, you know, the pricing. And again, I'll just go over everything that I got. I have the Shanghai Lumpia, the white rice, and if I'm saying this correct, which I'm probably not, it's most likely wrong, Dinuguan. And for all of this, it came up to $16.28. So I think that was pretty great, you know. In my opinion, that wasn't too bad. So for 16, you know, almost, you could round it to 16 or round it up 17, however you want. And for the squid here, you know, only $16 there. So I think that was pretty great. And for the amount of food I got, you know, for the price, I mean, I enjoyed it. And I hope that you guys enjoyed this edition of Not Your Regular Foodie, and I hope that you guys tune in again, and I'll have another video for you guys soon. And always remember to try something new, try something different, because you never know, you may like it. And check me out next time, because you guys are guaranteed to be in for a treat. Bye.